Welcome back to the channel. Today is a great Tuesday, and we have lots of dramatic developments in Genoa City to explore together. Do you approve of the Billy and Sally pairing? It's predicted they could become a hot topic for the Y&R storyline soon. Okay, so I have been thinking about this and I just cannot shake the feeling that something massive is brewing with Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra. Like really massive. At first I was not even sure if I bought them as a couple, you know. It felt kind of random when they first started orbiting each other. But now they are making these huge moves and I am up at 2 in the morning trying to figure out if this is actually endgame or just another classic Billy Abbott disaster waiting to happen. Because let us be real here, Billy has a long track record of messing things up when they get too good. But wait, actually maybe this time is different. The April spoilers hint they are preparing to plan a future together and that feels different. Or maybe I am just reading too much into it because I want Sally to finally have some stability. I mean, she deserves it, right? But is Billy the guy to give her stability? I do not know. The whole thing is just weird. Like really weird. Okay, wait, let me back up. First I should mention the whole Chancellor situation because I think it is actually the key to everything. Billy does not have to run Chancellor anymore. He is free from that massive corporate weight, and honestly I think that is the only reason he even has the mental bandwidth to focus on Sally right now. Whenever Billy is tied up in the corporate Abbott or Chancellor or Newman wars, he completely loses his mind. He gets obsessed and reckless. But now that he is out of that specific pressure cooker, he is softer. Actually no, maybe grounded is not the right word. He is just less chaotic. And Sally is the one who pushed him to use this newfound freedom to go to London and visit Jill, which is a huge deal. Jill has been having health issues for months, and Billy has been kind of avoiding it. He has been less harsh lately because of those health issues, but he still needed that push. Here is what is bugging me though. Is Sally becoming Billy's therapist? I mean, not exactly, but kind of. She is the one urging him to go to London to mend fences with his mom. She wants him to open his heart and truly make an effort to fix their relationship. It is like she has this incredibly good influence on him, which is great, but it also makes me nervous. Because whenever a woman becomes Billy's savior, he eventually resents it and rebels. Remember Victoria. Remember Lily. He always reaches a point where he feels suffocated by their goodness and then he goes off the rails. But wait, maybe Sally is different because she is not judging him. She has been down in the mud herself, so maybe Billy does not feel judged by her. He realizes she is a good influence, and he is actively trying to keep the relationship on track because he knows she accepts his flaws. He completely sees her positive impact. What was I saying? All right, the brief breakup. We have to talk about that short period where they split up, because I think that completely rewired Billy's brain. He got a taste of what it is like to actually lose Sally, and it terrified him. Like genuinely terrified him. He did not want to go back to being the lonely wandering Billy who sits at the jazz club staring into his drink. He realized that without her he is unmoored. So now, he is clinging to this relationship, but not in a toxic way. Well, maybe a little toxic. No, actually it seems surprisingly healthy. He just does not want to go through that pain again. That is why he is suddenly so eager to lock this down. The spoilers say he might want to commit to her for the rest of his life. A lifelong commitment. Billy Abbott. The guy who could not even commit to a podcast theme for more than 3 weeks. I know I just brought up the podcast, I am sorry. Anyway, the point is, wait, what was the point? Oh, the London trip. This is where my brain starts going down rabbit holes. So Billy asks Sally to go with him to London, and she agrees. This London trip could be a real turning point because she actually agreed to go along with his offer. But wait, hold on a second. I swear I read somewhere else in the weekly timeline that Victor might strike at Sally and Audra while Billy is out of town. So if Sally is in London with Billy, how is Victor going to strike at her in Genoa City? Is Victor going to launch a corporate attack on Spectra Charles Media while she is literally on another continent? That actually makes perfect sense. Victor is ruthless. If he knows Billy and Sally are off having a romantic emotional reunion with Jill in the UK, that leaves Audra all alone at the helm of the company. Victor attacking the company while Sally is distracted is totally possible. Okay, back to Billy and Sally. Let us talk about the potential London proposal, because my mind is racing with how this could go down. If they are in London, and Billy has this deeply emotional cathartic conversation with Jill, he is going to be incredibly vulnerable. He is going to realize that life is short, his mom is sick, and Sally is the woman standing by his side through it all. After she helps him make peace with Jill, his heart is going to be overflowing with love and gratitude. He might realize he wants to spend the rest of his life feeling exactly what he is feeling right now. It is the perfect recipe for a spontaneous proposal. I can totally see it. They are walking along the Thames and Billy just looks at her and realizes he does not want to spend another day not being married to her. He might not even have a ring. Or maybe he buys one in London, like a really unique vintage British ring. Actually, let us overthink the ring for a second. If Adam were proposing to Sally, he would get her something massive and ostentatious to prove his dominance. If Nick were proposing, he would get her something classic and safe, probably from a Newman-approved jeweler. But Billy would get her something artistic, something that says, "I see the real you." Or maybe he just panics and uses a cigar band. No, wait, that is ridiculous. This is not the 90s. But you get what I mean. The proposal has to fit their chaotic but creative vibe. But then again, that does not explain why he would rush it. Is he rushing it? They have been together for a bit, but they just got over a breakup. Is not a proposal right after a breakup a massive red flag? Like a textbook band-aid over a bullet hole situation. I mean, I know I just said it would be romantic, but hear me out. Is Sally actually ready for this? She agreed to go to London, which is a huge step. Meeting the mother, well, meeting the mother under these circumstances is intense. Jill is intimidating. Jill is going to grill Sally. Jill Abbott does not suffer fools, and she knows Sally's reputation. But Sally is tough. She can handle Jill. In fact, Jill might actually respect Sally because Sally is a hustler. Jill used to be a manicurist, remember? She clawed her way to the top. Sally is cut from the exact same cloth. They are both survivors. If Sally can win over Jill in London, Billy is going to fall even more in love with her, seeing the two most important women in his life actually getting along. That would completely seal the deal for him. He would probably propose right there in Jill's living room, which would be weird but kind of sweet. But wait, what if he does not propose in London? The spoilers said that if it does not happen there, the London experience will still shift their perspective. So they come back to Genoa City, and they sit down and start talking about their dreams for the future. Like really planning it out. Kids, a house, building Spectre Charles Media into a global empire. I think Sally wants it all. She has always been ambitious. And Billy, well, Billy just wants to be happy and not feel like a failure. If they can align those goals, they might actually be unstoppable. But I keep second-guessing this because this is a soap opera. People do not just sit down, plan a healthy future, get engaged, and live happily ever after. There has to be a catch. There is always a catch. What is the catch? Is it Chelsea? No, Chelsea is currently screaming at Billy about the Jack abduction plot, so she is distracted. Is it Adam? Adam is in Vegas losing his mind as Spider and dealing with Nick's fentanyl addiction. So Adam is out of the picture. Is it Victor? Yes, Victor is the catch. Like I said earlier, if Victor strikes at Sally's company while they are in London or right when they get back, the stress could fracture them. Imagine Billy proposing, Sally saying yes, and then 5 minutes later she gets a call that Victor just hostile took over her entire life's work. How would Billy react? Would he step up and fight Victor for her, or would he shrink back because he is trying to stay out of the corporate wars? That could be the ultimate test of their engagement. It is weird. Like really weird. The whole thing is just weird. I keep going back to Billy's psychology. Why does he need to be married? He has been married so many times. Why can they not just date? I think it is because Billy equates marriage with safety. Every time he feels his life spiraling, he tries to lock down a woman to anchor him. He did it with Victoria constantly. But Sally is not an anchor. Sally is a kite. She wants to fly. If Billy tries to tie her down too tightly, she is going to snap the string. But maybe he finally realizes that. Maybe this time he is not proposing to trap her or anchor himself, but because he genuinely wants to fly with her. Well, that was incredibly cheesy. I am so sorry. I am typing this at like 3 in the morning and my brain is just leaking metaphors. And what about Sally's psychology? She has always wanted to be loved completely. She was an orphan basically raised by her grandmother. She has massive abandonment issues. When Adam pushed her away for her own good, it destroyed her. Billy is not pushing her away. Billy is clinging to her. For someone with abandonment issues, having a guy who is terrified of losing you might feel really, really good. Almost intoxicating. But is it healthy? Probably not. Codependency is a real thing, folks. But in the world of Genoa City, codependency is basically the foundation of every successful marriage. I mean, look at Nikki and Victor. Actually, do not look at Nikki and Victor right now. They are literally going to war and Nikki is trying to steal his company. Bad example. Anyway, if they do get engaged, the wedding planning is going to be hilarious. Can you imagine Sally Spectre planning a wedding? It would be the fashion event of the century. She would design her own dress, obviously. It would be something spectacular. Not white. Maybe a deep emerald green or a champagne gold. And Billy would just stand there looking handsome and slightly bewildered, which is his resting state anyway. But who would they even invite? Half the town hates Billy, and the other half hates Sally. It would be a very small, very awkward guest list. Jack would be there probably looking miserable because Diane left him. Chloe would be there glaring at Billy the entire time. It would be a disaster and I would watch every single second of it. I need to wrap this up because I am literally just talking to myself at this point. The main takeaway is that Billy and Sally are on the precipice of something huge. The London trip is the catalyst. Whether it is a proposal by the Thames or a deep conversation back at the Genoa City Athletic Club, they are locking in their future. Billy and Sally have been through so many ups and downs, but they have weathered the storms. I am cautiously optimistic. I give it a year before one of them does something stupid, but for now, I am rooting for them. They have survived the breakup, they are surviving the corporate mess, and if they can survive Jill Abbott, they can survive anything. I just hope Victor does not ruin it all before they get to the altar. I am going to bed. Information revealed from the film The Young and the Restless suggests that news of the engagement may spread throughout GC soon, so stay tuned. We'll continue to update you with more exciting information and news about Young and the Restless, so visit us regularly for more updates on Y&R.